Okay, folks, I went to the shops this morning and I tried to buy some drinks, some flavoured milk, chocolate milk, and my transaction was declined, so I'm broke. All because I'm not making any money out of this campaign. It's costing me money. So again, I've just gone broke in the second time in the past 2 weeks. So I'm really angry. I'm not happy with the way things are, and I'm trying to get my gift, this talent here, this photocopier art, on television, and I have to go on fucking television so I can fucking have some influence, so I can find my partner Luigi. And the fucking TV channels are just tarrying on it. They just keep putting it, not bothering with it. And I need to go to air, folks. I need to get my stuff out. It's going begging, folks, just like my fucking budget. Why can't the fucking news channels just put their fucking shit down? Stop this negativity. Death, disease, disaster. Yes, I say it all the time, folks. Death, disease, disaster, destruction, damage, murder, suicide, car crashes, house fires. Another one we'll add, plane crashes. What else can we talk? You know what I mean, folks? Shark attacks and murder. I've already said murders, stabbings, and there was an axe attack last night on the news. I got really angry and sung the song, some of the horror movie song by Skyhooks. There's a horror movie right there on my TV. You know that one. I won't go singing it. We're going to photocopy this interesting rhythmic pattern. It's a box where there's actually a product in there. It's a wallet, or not a wallet, a bag of zippered bag of some descript. I won't open it. We're just going to use that. But I'm spending money on things I need to use to create this campaign, while the fucking horror movie on the news doesn't want to let my stuff in. It just wants to keep going with the same old shit that they always broadcast. And that song, incidentally, came out on the charts, I think it was in either 1974 or 1975. And then it was called, he was referring to the 6:30 news. The news that I have is the 6 o'clock news, but it's the same old shit. Same old fuck. Anyway, that looks really quite rhythmic. Could make it better, but basically I'm just getting over this narrative that these news channels are continuing to flow with. They just don't have any new ideas. No, not new idea, the magazine. Sorry, folks, I didn't mean that. New Idea is not full of new ideas. It's another establishment shit based on celebrity-related crap. But basically, I'm really over the way the news is, and I'm trying to get my work out there to find a lost loved one. Why can't they just have a love story instead of fucking horror movies? Why can't they just have a love story? Why constantly screen the same old fucking shit and just doing the same old stuff? Not doing anything new and exciting by showing a love story as opposed to a news equivalent of a horror movie. So I'm really over it, folks. I'm over this whole campaign because it's not reaping any rewards. And when I go broke, it's a shock to the system. I don't like going broke. It's not a nice feeling. It's a real pain in the gut, almost pain in the gut, sinking feeling. You get a sinking feeling when I go broke, folks. It's a real sinking feeling. It's like a stab, between a stab and a sinking feeling. It's really not a pleasant feeling going broke, especially when you have commitments. I've got to pay for this fucking photocopier. I had problems paying my bank because I went broke and it wouldn't go through automatically. So that one's a shit one. I think we're just going to go and we're not going to do it straight off here, but basically, I'm sick of going broke. I know it hasn't happened very often, but it happens, and when it happens, it's a shock to the system. It really is, and I really hate it, and it doesn't look too good. It's not a good look. People frown upon people when they go broke, like I've got a habit. I don't. I've got to do this stuff. This is my future. This is my future I'm trying to build from the ground up. I don't get any opportunities anymore. The photocopier industry wouldn't sponsor me. No, they won't. They're not interested in people like myself. They just care about their fucking revenue and that's it. They don't care about anything else. And the same goes with the news channels. They just care about using established means of attracting an audience. So they keep doing the death disease, the rest of it. They keep doing that because they know from past experience, establishment, that this stuff is surefire going to catch an audience, get what they call ratings. I don't know how the rating system actually works. I'm not good at understanding concepts like that. I really struggle with understanding a lot of things because of my suspected brain damage at birth with a cord around my neck and a breech. So I'm disabled, folks. I have to live on Social Security benefits, Centrelink. It's called Centrelink, and basically I'm not proud of that. I would like to ideally have technology to fix the brain damage so I can pay back the taxpayers who supported me over the past more than 20 years. So I want, if I can get technology to fix my damaged brain, and I'm no longer disabled, and therefore if I don't need any more help with, actually I will be able to get off Centrelink if I find where Luigi is. If I could find Luigi, I won't need to live on Social Security. I'll be able to live on his money, but eventually I'd like to pay back, still would like to pay back the community, the Australian taxpayer. I want to pay back the Australian taxpayer when I become CEO of a future photocopier company after they've fixed the brain damage. And I want to just give and give and give and give and say thanks be to the taxpayers who supported me. Thanks to the taxpayers who've had to use their money to support someone who can't make much money or any money except in a sheltered workshop. So I'm really grateful to the public, the Australian public, for that. So I'm really grateful that looks really quite nice. I think we can use that. So I'm really grateful, but I don't want to be reliant on this, to be honest, folks. I really don't. I really hate it. I really wish I could earn my keep in more ways than one, folks. I really do. I love to help others who are also in dire straits, but I have to help myself first, and have you guys, the taxpayers, help me out until such time as things improve. But it's good. The taxpayers have been very good to me. Let's see if we can I think we're going to make it a bit smaller. I was thinking, 130 by 130. See how we go. Okay, that looks like we got the sizing pretty well correct, maybe. Wondering if we can make it a bit smaller, but we've got that looking good. But I really do miss Luigi, and it's really hurting me to have to live away from him, to have to just subsist. And it's not just about getting off Centrelink, it's about love. Being alone is not fun. Being on your own, being in a world that you don't feel a part of, that you don't feel like you're fit, is really quite demoralising and sad. It's really sad. I'm lonely, folks. Loneliness kills. Loneliness is like the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It's like smoking. It's deadly. People don't seem to realise it, and the news channels don't seem to give a flying fuck. Oh, they probably think it'll be good if I die, then they'll report on me then. Oh, the photocopier enthusiast has died of unknown causes. Whatever. Stupid. Fuck. We don't want that. And Luigi would be absolutely gutted. I know. He loves me and I love him, and we have to somehow get my stuff up on air. He's not a very public person, Luigi. He's a very quiet. We have a lot in common, but that's one of the opposite traits we have with each other, is that he's a quiet, retiring type, and I'm more of a public sort of image sort of person, if I can get this stuff to go to air on television. So that's, in some ways, that's part of it. But most of us, we both love photocopiers, we both love science and technology and shit like that. We've got so much in common, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, that's come up looking quite nice. I think now we can call this prolongated demo quits.